And he says, you cook. And she says, you cook. And he says, come on, cook something. And she says, you cook something. And like that, conflict. And they antagonism, eventually divorce. So they divorce and the children have no father. Because now the law gives the children, generally speaking, they give to the mother. So mother has no husband. So in some point later has another, and then another. So he has one child is red hair, one child is white hair, one child black hair, one child like this. It looks like a propaganda, television propaganda. There was this fashion, Benetton, it was a type of cloth. And they have all children of all over the world, Chinese, white, black, all children like these adverts used to have. We are circumambulating the world, Benetton. Some people, you go in England, women are going like this, the children, you know, all colored children. Why? Because they always fight. Why they fight? Because they are engaged in a life which is miserable. Because they do not know codes of conduct for the human race. The codes of conduct for the human race explain to us how we train a boy so he becomes a responsible man. How we train a girl so she becomes a chaste woman. When you find the proper compatibility between a good boy and a good girl, they produce good children. And these good children grow up to become also good men. Now, we may think, what that's got to do with the spiritual life? But let me just remind you again what it says here. Srila Prabhupada says, good population in human society is the basic principle for peace, prosperity, and spiritual progress. Spiritual progress. We cannot make spiritual progress if we have irresponsible men here. We cannot make spiritual progress if we have unchaste women here. We will not. We may endeavor, but we will not. Because it says here, Srila Prabhupada is written, good population in human society is the basic principle for peace, prosperity, and spiritual progress. We will not have a spiritual progress if we have amongst us disobedient children, irresponsible men, unchaste women. So we must endeavor to protect one another. Are we gentlemen? Are we responsible men? What are the three principles that make us responsible? We always look at all women like mother, apart from our wives. We look at everybody's possessions as pebbles on the street, apart from ours. And we treat others as we want to be treated. You want to be treated nice, you treat others nice. Then they will treat you nice. Then you treat nice. Then they treat you nice. Then you treat nice. This is like in a loving relationship. A relationship between husband and wife. Sometimes in the West, now people say, why the wife should serve the husband? As if the husband don't serve the wife. You know, the husband also serves the wife. He, for instance, he goes to work. He don't go to work for him. He goes to work for the home, for the wife, for the children, for the common goals they have. Yeah? So he's serving. So the wife serves by washing his clothes and doing the housekeeping management. She does management. The man does leadership. There is a difference between leadership and management. No? But these two things are compatible. They're very important. They're both important. They both must be there. So, good population in human society is the basic principle for peace, prosperity, and spiritual progress in life. So we see the importance of having good population. What's the meaning of good population? People that knows what is their position. And how do they know that? Because they know the codes of conduct for human society. Where are the codes of conduct for human society? In the Smritis. Why should we know the Smritis? Because devotional service that disrespects the Smritis is a disturbance to society and falls under the category of atheism. So that's the way in which society remains peaceful. So the parents train the child. The child can be taught. The child can be trained. That's the first 5 years of life. Chanakya Pandit described. How do you train a child? Well, from 0 to 5, you let him free. So if a child wants to eat 5 times, eat 5 times. But not free from culture, which is what people do in the West. The children are like animals. They eat and throw everything as they walk in the street. You know, you see children buying crisps and chips and things, and they eat and throw as they walk, like that. You know, like monkeys, like. So they're free from culture. That's not good. Free from culture means dog. You know. So our freedom is not that type of freedom. Freedom from regulation, because they're little. But the culture should be taught. For instance, the child wants to eat many times. You feed him many times, but every time the child eats, he has to sit and he has to eat with the right hand. Yeah? So then he's being cultured. But he's free. From 5 to 15, Chanakya Pandit described, now you must be strict. Because this is the formative years. You know, once the tree is big, you cannot put it right straight if it's turned bent. So 5 to 15, you must be strict. From 15 onwards, you must be his friend. Yeah? There's nothing else you can teach him by then. Now you become his friend, so you can learn his mind. And he can confide upon you, trust him. Yeah? These are Krishna conscious teachings, no? For us. What is taking you to the spiritual world?
Chanting, austerity, and 4 regulations.
Chanting, austerities, or the 4 regulative principles. Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about this. Yes, Mataji. No, at the end of the day, it's your love, your intention, your desire to get God that takes you back to Krishna. Because you can be chanting, thinking about, I had to go and do shopping later. Prabhu, have you made a phone call? Prabhu, do you watch that? That's not going to take you back to the spiritual world. So, chanting, the scriptures say, even if you say once the name of God, yeah, but in which mood, in which, again, we have to go to the technician. Rupa Goswami is the technician. I was explaining. He gives us the techniques. How do you make progress? Well, when you practice Uttahani Charatarya, you have to practice with enthusiasm, you have to practice with the confidence that you're going to make it, but you have to be patient because the result comes from Krishna. So I give you the general idea, but then we have to get into how you do it. No? Now, if we want to get a little bit further, we will have to go now into Mataji. With all due respect, you're in a female body. So, because you're in a female body, your duty, and there is only one yajna for women. There are 10 yajnas for men. When the child is born, a baby boy is born, 10 sacrifices are performed. Yeah? And those 10 sacrifices ensure that this child can be prepared for a spiritual life. When a female child is born, there is only one sacrifice according to the scriptures. Only one. It's called Vivaha Yajna. Vivaha Yajna means marriage, wife, because it's under marriage that the lady will become trained and prepared to make progress. Why? Because she must be submissive to her husband. Her husband becomes her guru. Srila Prabhupada explained. The husband should take complete care of his wife, and he should become her guru. So when he says here one should follow the guru, we are saying, yes, we should all follow the guru, we should all follow the guru. But who is the guru? Who is the guru? So for the wife, the guru is husband. There's no other guru. He will listen to you, he will look after you, he will look after your needs. Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 4 describes what are the duties of your husband guru. The canto 4 of the Srimad Bhagavatam describes. He will look after you, your needs, your emotional needs, your psychological needs, your material needs, all your needs. So he is your guru, he is your worshipable deity, because he provides you with everything you need. Your happiness, your satisfaction, your perfection, your virtuosity come from him. We're reading today Archie. Archie, what's she do? She stay in the palace and have fun? No. Husband is going to the forest, she has to get on the ground, which she's never done, and go and sleep in the grass with the husband. Yeah? So this is the perfection. And a woman is called virtuous when she is obedient to her husband. No? Because she's chaste. So that's your guru. One should follow the guru. Without instruction of the guru, you cannot make progress. Without guru mercy, you cannot make progress. So who is your guru? You have husband, he's your guru.
So I have one question in that. According to what you just said, Prabhu, what it seems to me then that the guru for the woman has to be really aware of what his responsibilities are. And can you shed some light on that, please?
Yeah, we were talking a little bit. It's the Canto 4 of the Srimad Bhagavatam that describes what are the duties of the husband and how he should look after her. In Srimad Bhagavatam 4:27:1, the husband should give her ornaments, should give her nice food, he should give her clothes, give her a few children, engage her in religious activities. Srila Rupa Goswami describes that the man should do bhakti and the woman should practice religion. So in that is, again, we were talking a little bit about it in the sense that, you know, all the rituals get done, she makes preparations for the ghee and the this and that. And the husband practices bhakti, spirituality. Not religion, but spirituality. Spirituality means, you know, has to be fully conversed with the scriptural injunctions, so he performed his duties properly. And these are in the Bhagavatam are described the principles by which, the activities by which the husband looks after his wife. Again, Srila Prabhupada in the first canto, verse 40, tells us that the spiritual progress can only come from good population. And so good population means responsible man. So here is the description in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, 27:1, what a responsible man should do. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. My question is that, why did the wife realize that the husband cannot help her? Because he knows the activities of the man, and it's like it's not in conformity with religious principles.
Nowadays, especially in ISKCON, it's not in the very scriptures. Some people are using that argument. Oh, my husband is a fallen guy, so I leave him and I marry that one. This is not Krishna conscious. That's not Vedic culture. And again, there is a perfect answer for that question. And thank you very much for that question because it's very important. The Manusmriti described that a woman should always be with her husband, even if her husband is totally devoid of qualifications and he spent his love on paramours. Okay? Whereas if a man is totally attached to his wife, he, according to Tulasi Dev in the Brahma Vivarta Purana, he loses the result of his japa, the result of his rituals, the result of his study. And he becomes so polluted that he will only be purified when he is burned at the end of his life and his ashes are thrown in the Ganga.
Hare Krishna.
This is Tulasi Dev.
Wow.
She's here actually. Tulasi Maharani ke?
Yeah.
Prabhupada ke?
Yeah.
Kuchigonita